Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Evolutions have just gone to another level on FC26. One day after we get the biggest Evo of the year on this game, EA turn around and give us the chance to take any card max 89 rated and turn them into a foot birthday item, which of course means they become fully customizable through the Playstyle and Playstyle Plus bakery. This is creating some of the most fun chains you could even imagine. We're going to talk about that today and look at how this is impacting the market because, guys, yet again, this is another paid evolution that is taking coins off the market that we need coins to afford. And talking about coins, we have some investments to make. We mentioned an investment in yesterday's video. I think we're going to double down on it today with some supply on the market from Squad Battle Rewards and talk about these foot birthday cards because I'm still kind of interested in buying them, but I'm still a little unsure at the very same time. Let's talk about everything today, guys, and look forward to maybe a new icon player pick dropping today on Sunday. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up on it, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, let's start things off how we always do by looking back at yesterday's content on Saturday, which brought us a new Star Performers mini release. These guys are only going to be in packs until Monday, which makes them very good potential investments. We'll watch their prices later on tonight on Sunday and tomorrow on Monday to potentially invest in a card like this Harry Kane, who looks cracked with Power Shot Plus, Declan Rice with Finesse Shot Plus and Intercept Plus with 91 shooting on that card. That is 6 more shooting than his Team of the Year card has. Very unique card right there. Rafinha got a card for his crazy game earlier in the week of Champions League as well. I think he had 2 goals and 2 assists in that big Barca win. Gonzalo Ignacio has a card here. And I got to give a quick shout out to Safonov from PSG. Guys, huge plus 10 overall boost and plus 20 reactions. Of course, if you guys did not know, reactions on goalkeepers are getting boosted now in game. It used to be a stat that EA could not upgrade, but they figured out how to upgrade it, of course, in the last couple of months. Since Winter Wildcards, we've seen goalkeepers get stat boosts on promo cards only. We need this in evolutions. That's the next step, but it is a great thing to see. It makes goalkeepers who are lower rated as their base card way more usable when their reaction stat gets boosted. So those cards are only in packs until Monday. Keep a close eye on them as they should drop a little bit more today and could become good investments. Now, we did have some objective content yesterday, including some kit objectives here for the different leagues and a flash rush event that gives 300 SP and a couple of okay packs, 81 times 2 packs, and then an 84 by 2. So nothing crazy in objectives. There's a lot to do in that part of the game right now, of course, with the different live events that we have, right, with the South American League and the European League, and then the other regular objectives that are in there as well to get some packs to get done. We go to SBCs next, where we have our first of 2 Showdown SBCs we're expecting during this week. Italy versus Northern Ireland, which this game, I believe, happens this upcoming Thursday. We've got Fortessi with Inventive and Pinged Pass Plus with other good play styles. A 4-star card with stats that are looking decent, and a Connor Bradley right back card with Incisive and Jockey Plus and other good play styles, but no Intercept or Bruiser, which maybe you'd like to see on a right back. This is not a bad card. I wouldn't say it's a great card though, and both of these for a price of about 60 to 70,000 coins. I think you maybe need to be a fan of the club or a fan of the country to want to get this done. We'll have to see what the other showdown, which should be between Ukraine and Sweden, will bring us maybe today on Sunday. But that showdown, I think, left a little to be desired. But of course, it's a showdown. That means there's live upgrades on the way for one of these two. Whoever advances from this game, that will be a very, very close watch since there is a lot on the line. Now, the other player SBC we had yesterday was Trent. And man, this card, if it had one position added with rolls, it would be a good SBC. If this card had center mid or center defensive mid position, I think I would be interested in trying it out. I've not used Trent this entire year. 88 pace, 93 pass, 90 dribble, and defense with Pinged and the Anticipate Plus. His passing stats are phenomenal. Dribbling stats, very good. Defending, physical, good. Pace is fine in the midfield. He even has Relentless. He's got Intercept, Incisive, no Tiki, but we can get around that. If this card just had a central midfield position, I think a lot of people would be interested in doing it. But for a right back, I don't know if he's fast enough or if he has the best play styles. He's got good good playstyles for a right back, but maybe not the best. He can play right mid as well. Maybe that's more of your thing, either a 5-back or a 3-back, or somebody who's a bit more defensive, like for a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1, which is what I'm still running for the most part right now. I just don't know if that's worth it for me to put my fodder in. I know it is technically a live card, but I believe Trent was not called up to the England squad with this most recent round of call-ups happening. So that's a worry too for the future of his potential World Cup inclusion. We'll have to see if that happens or not, but it isn't that expensive. 150,000 coins for this Trent. They've made both Trent and Cherokee cheap enough to do if you want to use the player. Think of it that way. If you want to use Cherokee or you want to use Trent, they've made it cheap enough to do, but I just don't know if those SBCs are good enough to make me, who doesn't have an affinity for those nations or those clubs necessarily, actually want to go and do those right away. We'll have to see how that kind of pans out. You do have plenty of time to decide to do those SBCs, and at least they are semi-cheap. So I guess we'll kind of see how things go, and maybe if there's Evos that either of those cards would fit into in the future for that there. Cruyff is definitely my #1 priority in terms of a player SBC though, and that's why I'm going to be skipping the new 88 plus mixed heroes upgrade pack. I get it. It's not that expensive. It's an 84 and an 86 rated squad, and man, that's only 41,000 coins, and that's tempting to do a hero pack because hero packs are fun. Icon packs are fun, but really I think you're only going after this unless or if you're chasing a specific hero, like a specific knockout, royalty, future star, fantasy, or winter wildcards hero that's an emotional player for you. Like that is one of the only reasons that I would go and do this SBC once, twice, or 3 times in the repeatable period, just because that one there, I think there's way better places to put your fodder. Now, let's talk about the good content from yesterday, guys, and that is the evolutions. Once again, Evos are the talk of the town. Not before we skip to the Cosmetic Evo, though. I want to get into this regular Evo that we had yesterday called High Speed Action. This is more of a chain Evo. It's repeatable twice, max 87. It gives a pace boost up to 88 or 89 pace, and it gives Quick Step Plus with rapid and first touch playstyles, and a +1 overall to your card. So this is good maybe for a card who already has 2 playstyle pluses that just needs a bit of a pace boost, or for somebody that you want to give a Quick Step Plus to that needs that pace boost there, or a playstyle or 2. Again, you go up to about 88 or 89 pace, so if somebody's got 88, it's probably not worth it. If somebody's got 84, then it is kind of worth it. So it's definitely not a crazy Evo, but it is free. It is twice repeatable. I just wish that it allowed center backs. If it allowed center backs with Quick Step Plus, we would really be cooking with that one. But the big Evo that dropped yesterday was a surprise, 100%. We had no idea this was coming, namely because EA, in last week's Foot birthday website that they posted on their own website, they said that there would not be any cosmetic Evos that give out the Foot birthday item rarity. And well, 2 days after, 1 day after, technically, the Foot birthday promo ends, that's been thrown out the window because we can build our own Foot birthday. Yes, it costs 100,000 coins, but that's a worth it price to pay, in my opinion, for creating a card that is just like a regular Foot birthday that then you get to choose the playstyles and playstyle pluses for. Now, there's endless possibilities with this, guys. You could take the 87 Cruyff, who is one of the most popular cards to put into this evolution. You can put him into the build your own for birthday, give him Finesse Shot Plus, then give him the Rapid base playstyle, then give him the Euro Mini Trip Evo that is free right now in the Evolutions tab to give him 91 pace and 92 passing, then give him the Cake and Rash Evo, which says expired, but it's actually in the store. We'll get to that in a second, and make him an absolute gem of a card. That's just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg of the potential that this Evo gives. We love open-ended Evos. Evos where we get to choose the card that goes into it, and we get to especially choose, like we've loved during Full Birthday, the playstyles and playstyle pluses. Now, as I kind of look through this and think, what are the best cards to put into this? What I think you want to try to do is find somebody who's a bit lower rated. Like this Kudus, he'd be fun to put into this. I'd love to customize him how I'd like to and all of that, but he already has 7 base play styles. So I'd be putting 1 base playstyle on him and a playstyle plus. Is that really worth it necessarily for 100,000 coins? I don't know if it is. What I really think the best use of this Evo would be for a card like that Cruyff, or maybe for like the 86 Vieira, or the 86 Henry if you have one of those cards, because they're still low enough rated where you could take them to be a FUT birthday card here, and then you could still put them into other evolutions that boost stats while still upgrading the playstyles and playstyle pluses, which they maybe don't have too many of on your own. That's the other key part to this. If you can find a lower rated player or even a higher rated player who doesn't have that many base playstyles or playstyle pluses, that just means there's more customizability that you will have on the card. This is great, even for people who want to put 89 rated cards, like maybe Bruno Guimaraes is not a great example, but let's say like this Robinson for me actually fits, or Beckham. This Beckham fits the Evo that dropped on Friday, right? Now he's already got a lot of playstyles, but let's say you didn't want to get Intercept and Incisive if you put him into the 500k Evo. Let's say you wanted to give him Finesse Plus. You could give him Finesse Plus, or you could give him, Quick Step Plus or Rapid Plus, whatever you wanted to give him first through the FUT Birthday Bakery, and then you could put him into that Evo and get the stat boost on him. So that is just the tip of the iceberg with the potential for this Evo. If you take a look at FUTBIT right now, you're seeing a whole bunch of people that are doing a whole bunch of chains. Definitely, that Cruyff is a very popular one, but cards like Mickey Van de Ven, cards like the SBC Ronaldinho, you could create cool, crazy chains with these cards, and it's just going to be a blast of a time, right? I think I already mentioned it, but I just want to double down on the point. It's the open customizability and the fact that we can take any card from our club, pay 100k, and turn them into a fully customizable card that is really the draw to this. Now, there are some people that are a little frustrated by this because they thought that turning the card into a FUT Birthday meant that it would wipe all the play styles, that it would completely turn the card empty like a FUT Birthday player, and then we would get to rewrite the script and change all the play styles and the playstyle pluses and stuff like that. And while that would be absolutely insane, no Evos have ever deleted playstyles or playstyle pluses. I think that's something that we as a community, as we see something like this, are hoping to see more of. And I think that'd be a feature for the future that we really, really love to see. But expecting that right away when like no other Evos have done that, I think is maybe just a little bit too high of an expectation. So that Evo does not erase any playstyles, just to set the record straight. But even though it doesn't, I still think this is a fantastic Evo right there. I'd love to hear from you guys who you're going to put into this. But guys, we got to talk about the market again here, because that's another 100,000 coins down the drain. If you buy the season pass, if you buy this 500,000 coin Evo, which is a must, you're down $1 million. That's another 100k. If you buy any of the store pack Evos or the store packs that had Team of the Years in them with coins, you could be down big on the coins right now, and the market shows that. Now, there was one other cosmetic Evo that I want to touch on yesterday, and it's the Answer the Call card design here. This is going to give you a Nation Link boost for chemistry. So this is actually for a 35,000 coin Evo. Worth looking into if there's a card that you need some Nation boost for. Like if there's not enough French players in your team and you got ASM, you're not going to Evo him anymore through FUT Birthday Evos. This might be a good one for you to put him in. Maybe not the best design for the colors there for his card, but you get the gist. This could be a really good evolution for a little bit of a chem boost there. It's repeatable twice, and it's 35,000 coins. So love the Evos from yesterday. One other place I like where there are Evos right now is the store. Well, I don't like it because it's in the store, and before I get there, I have to open these 85 plus player picks to see what we get. But what is in the store is that Evo pack that a lot of people were looking forward to after seeing it added to the code a couple of days ago. It gives the Cake and Rash Evo, which is 125,000 coins, and it also gives the FUT Birthday Fullback Evo, which was a 60 or 65,000 coin Evo. Now, I actually haven't seen the price of this pack. I just know that it's been out. Where is it at? It's birthday. Is it right here? Nope. Where's it? Birthday Evo. There it is. Birthday Evo goodie bag. Wow, the store is super slow. It's 300,000 coins to get this, which if you do the math, the two Evos themselves are worth about 200,000 coins. And then there's a little bit of like a player pick inside of here as well. So is this really worth it from a coin perspective? No, I guess. But also at the same time, these Evos do not expire. The Cake and Rash Evo and the Birthday Fullback Evo that you get from this, that's one of the reasons people really love opening these Evos from the store is they do not expire. So that's one thing to mention with those store pack Evos there. But that's another reason why the market is dropping. Now, speaking of the market, we got to take a look at FUT birthday cards because, as I said a little bit earlier, and as I was looking at these cards yesterday too, like, there's still a little bit of me that wants to invest in these. And I didn't really see a whole lot of supply hitting the market yesterday for these cards. The store player pick in the store, which is supplying these tradable, is still there. I don't know if it refreshed yesterday. Obviously, I did not open any of them, so that is not something that I can easily see. But if you take a look at the FUT bin prices, it didn't look like they crashed a whole lot yesterday. They definitely dropped into content, as a lot of them, were probably still getting listed from, the prices that we saw on Friday night. Crazy crashes, right? Prices dropped into content. Vardy was back down at 398,000 coins. I sold all of mine for 430 and above. By the way, we made great coins on him. But now he's kind of back up a little bit. Same thing with, I saw Pedri's back up a little. And, some of the other cards. Doku was 700K. Now he's 900,000 coins. So it all comes down to the store player pick that is there. Does it refresh every couple days? Does it refresh at all this week? I don't think it's going to continue to supply the market a ton, but I do think that with most of the supply probably being done for what's going to happen in store packs for these cards, maybe there is a chance, and maybe I'm too optimistic with these FUT birthday cards. I don't know. But after what happened yesterday, I think people are not, thinking that the FUT birthday Evos is over. That was one of the things we said in yesterday's Evo, is we were watching these cards just absolutely fall from the sky on Friday night into Saturday. It just felt like people didn't realize that the birthday Evos were still there, right? Now, again, these prices still fell yesterday, but they were lower a couple hours after content, 278.50 Bala. Now we 300,000 coins. I think these cards could be an investment, but I want to wait and see how things level out still again today. And if I were to invest in any of these cards, I'd still look at Team 1 over Team 2. And I like the cheaper cards. I like the Wilson. By the way, he was 13K. Now he's 17,000 coins. I like the Dante because they fit into stat boosting Evos as 88 rated cards. And right now and sooner, they'll fit in more Evos than some of the other 89s and 90s. So I'm not personally putting my coins into this right now. I'm just monitoring the situation, knowing that I think I still want to invest in these, but not wanting to actually buy just yet. If you maybe still have some of those cards you've invested in, you're holding on to, maybe that gives you some hope to hold into the later parts of this week. When the 500K Evo goes away, by the way, that maybe will help the market in total and maybe help some of these FUT birthday cards as well. Last thing I wanted to mention, I was today years old when I noticed that in the season pass, in the free and in the paid part of it, there is a guaranteed FUT birthday player pick. And in the premium side, it's tradable. This could also be one of the reasons why some of that tradable supply is hitting the market for those FUT birthday cards. And I'm only level 8. I'd love to know what level you guys are at the moment if you're getting to that level 13 player pick. But that could also be a reason that there is some supply for these hitting the market, because in the premium pass, I do believe that pick is tradable. So I'm cautious with these, but I'm still slightly optimistic. Now, for the rest of the market, it's not as optimistic yet. A lot of the Festival of Football Answer the Call cards dropped yesterday as expected, right? I bought some Adiemis for 470,000 coins. I sold a couple of them here for just over 500. I should have held. He spiked all the way to 650. Crazy rise. But now he's down to 310,000 coins. We have got squad battle rewards that are coming out today. Do I believe the market's going to crash with squad battle rewards? No. Could the market go, back up on some of these cards? Maybe a little bit. Really, with squad battle rewards, it doesn't bring a whole lot of movement to the market except on fodder. So I think the FUT birthday Team 2 cards are probably going to be about the same as they head into content today. Maybe a couple fluctuations here or there. I really won't look to invest in any of these until we get at least to tomorrow on Monday, maybe a little bit of a late night, Sunday night situation here. By the way, guys, quick flips are still the way to go in this market. Are you seeing this price here for Leonard Carl that I didn't check? He just went on bid for 950,000 coins. This is a normally 1.2 to 1.3 million coin card. I know, I said every video, get on the bids. If you guys need coins, bids on fluctuation trading for cards that are in your budget is going to be one of the best things you can do right now on this game. Just watch the FUTBIN graphs. I know it's been very volatile, but if you know the card sells for 310,000 coins like Adiemi does here, if you can win him on bid for 280, easy profit. Who cares where their price is going to go in a couple of hours? If you buy the card right now at a low enough price, sell it right away for a quick flip, right? Who cares? Calculate in 5% and you're good to go. Now, speaking of other investments that I think that we can make, Fodder. We talked about buying 85s yesterday, 2 to 2.5 thousand coins on bid, and they rose up into content over 3,000 coins. Squad battle rewards today might actually bring prices for 85s back down. 2.5K is, I think, what you're going to have to pay for 85s. I also like 86s at that same price. I think both of these will rise into the week because of the provisions upgrade and the other upgrade packs that are still requiring 85s there. So I'm going to double down on that investment there. And I want to take a quick look at informs. Are informs up at all, or are they still minimum price? Because I think there's got to be a world in which informs go back up at some point again. They are currently minimum price basically at 10,000 coins. Yeah, I would say go club stock informs on bid for 10,500, as high rated of an inform as you can get. I wouldn't go like deep unassigned crazy on the informs, but if you want to just like stock a couple on the transfer list, that is a no risk investment there. And if you wanted to invest in fodder, besides 85s and 86s, I think I'd go with 89s. I believe when the icon pick came out last week, or the icon pack came out last week on Sunday, fodder did rise. Like they went from 7K up to 9,000 coins. And then 2 weeks ago, we can't see because the graph is not there on the hourly, which we would need to see. But for an icon pick, it's a little more expensive than an icon pack, but it's a pick, right? And people are interested in that 3-choice or maybe even 4-choice option if they go that route today. I like 89s for 7K on bid, low 7K range preferably, and maybe even 90s, 10,000 coins as well, but probably the 89s for a icon pick that could be coming out today. So fodder seems the safest investment right now. It's really hard for me to say, yeah, go buy for birthdays, unless it's the really cheap ones like we talked about, like a Wilson or a Dante, and those are still going to be holds into the next couple of weeks. But it just, you know what, I don't want to risk too much on the market right now, which is why I like the quick flip trades the most, and why I like some of the out of packs cards that do still have good fluctuations, even though the market is dropping, right? And again, the reason why the market is dropping so much is there's so much coin content, so many coins that are being taken off this game. People paying 500K for an Evo, people paying 300K for a store pack, people paying 100,000 coins for that Evo that we just looked at, of course, that changes your card into a full birthday. That is the main reason why the market is dropping. And I think the market, like I said, can recover during the week, but we're not quite there yet. Now let's talk about Sunday content coming today. Besides that icon player pick, what else are we going to be getting? Well, answer the call SBC objective list here. There is going to be another showdown, and I'd have to imagine, since the Ukraine-Sweden game is on the same day as the Italy-Northern Ireland game, that we would get that showdown today. It has not been leaked as far as I'm concerned as to who is going to be a part of that showdown. Nobody here on this list, of course, is Swedish or from Ukraine, so watch out for that today. Maybe we do get another festival football answer the call player as well, but that's just something to watch out for. That one coming alongside, as I already mentioned, the new icon pick. And just to speak about the icon pick for a quick second, if you go to the upgrade pack section and look at the icon pick that we currently have, it is a max it's an 88 plus Encore icon player pick that is a 1 of 4, and it includes Team of the Year icons as the most recent version. And if you see, they just added knockout royalties to the 88 plus mixed heroes upgrade pack, and the 88 plus Encore icon has future stars. So the easiest way to assume a new icon pick would drop today would be Unbreakables go away from it. They add in the future star icons into the pick, make it an 88 plus, once again 1 of 4, and keep it around 6 or 7 squads, probably requiring an 88 or an 89 at least, with how cheap fodder prices have gotten. So that's one thing to watch out for today there. And speaking of Evos, EA's website, I forgot to mention this before, it shows actually the number of Evos that we're going to get during this promo. They say 9 new evolutions dropped during this promo, which if you take a look at all the ones that we've had, it feels like we've almost had 9 of them already, right? We had 2 on Friday here for the national captain. That counts as 2, right, in my book. And then, of course, we had 3, 4, 5, 6 here. All 4 of those have been Evos that have dropped those pro. That's 6 Evos right there. And then do you count the cosmetics? Because that would take us up to 8. I hope not. So hopefully we're at least getting 3 more Evos over the rest of this week. And since it is a Sunday and normally we get Evos on Sundays, hopefully there's some sort of Evo content today. Watch out for leaks before content, because there isn't anything there at the moment. And then other than that, it's just going to be maybe a bit of a surprise. Getting the daily SBCs done, like this is as much content in itself as we used to get years ago in a game. Like doing 83 by 14s, doing those 85 plus player picks every single day, that is still way more content than we used to get ages ago, right? So that's content in itself, logging on each day, getting stuff done. We'll see if there's any surprises related to the content today. And last call, by the way, if you wanted to get the Peter Crouch SBC done, that is going to expire today. Some people are putting him into that Cake and Rash Evo that is in the store if you're going to go buy that pack there. Also, wish you guys best of luck if you are trading. And maybe if you're saying, Nate, I'm not going to trade a whole lot, but I'm going to try to get some coins through my weekend league rewards. That is a very viable thing you can do, like trying to make coins by getting a better finish in champs, along with some investments and some trades along the way. That can help you get coins to, of course, afford all the crazy Evo content. I've got to get started on some of this stuff for the Evos because time's ticking on that 500,000 coin Evo for sure. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this Evo. This is crazy, man. Like, Evos have completely, in the last 2 weeks in this game, completely changed the game. It's gone from Evos being crazy mid, max 86 and 7 to max 89 Evos, a lot of max 88, and now being able to take our own card to a FUT birthday. I'm going to have to do some research here and figure out which player I want to make into a FUT birthday, find somebody who doesn't have a ton of playstyles or playstyle pluses that I actually want to see get Evo'd, and take them into a pretty crazy card. So we're going to figure that one out over the course of the next couple days. Again, tweet me your Evos. I love seeing the Evos that you guys create. Post them in Discord as well. And even just tell me about them in the comment section of this video. But I will see you guys in another video tomorrow. Stream today is up in the air. We'll have to see how things go. If you see me live around content, it'll be a yes, I stream. If you don't, then it'll probably be a no. Also, this USA MNT kit came in the mail. I had to get it right away for the World Cup. The away kit, I know not a ton of people were a fan of it. It is freaking fire. The inlet little stars that you see, oh, it's fire. Anyways, go check out some World Cup kits. That's not a hashtag ad. It's hashtag World Cup season, and I'm ready for it. And this promo definitely helps that. Anyways, I'll stop yapping, guys. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the footy today. Maybe Spurs can get 3 points. First time of the year. And I will see you guys in another video tomorrow at the very least. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Sunday. Peace out.